Is it possible that one of the reasons that you are struggling in regards to attracting the correct friendships and the correct relationships is because you are holding too much animosity within you? Maybe even without realizing it. Hi guys, my name is Rain, and I'm here to teach you how to take reign of your own life. This is a topic that I've been wanting to speak about for a while, and I brought it up on my TikTok. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok or on Instagram, shameless plug, it's also Rain Readings. Um, but I was basically saying, the pro tip to attracting something that you want is to not have hatred or animosity against it. Goes for anything in this world, but in particular, in that video I mentioned, when people say, I hate all men, kill all men. Or again, it can go both ways. I hate all women, women are cheaters, all women are crazy. Like, the narrative can go both ways. We need to talk about it. Okay, I'm so tired of looking at that and trying to make it as normal as breathing because it isn't. It never was, and it never will be normal to hate an entire group of anyone. Okay? That is not the type of life we have come here for. We haven't come here to hate really anyone. Okay? But when you want to attract a good relationship, a good partner, a respectful partner, someone healthy, you're not going to be saying stuff like that, right? And listen, affirming stuff like that is never good, okay? Because especially if you're looking for a healthy partner, girl, she's doing her own thing here. If you're looking for a healthy partner, the last thing you want to do is be saying stuff like that out in the open, right? I want to make it very clear that humor is a thing, humor is real, but the subconscious mind doesn't understand humor. Like, it cannot take the concept of a joke. So even if we're hanging around with our friends, and you've got to like clock your friends on the, like, I have started telling my friends this, and obviously we're not here to drag a horse to water and then make it drink. Like, obviously you can say all kinds of things to people, and it's ultimately their choice at the end of the day how they choose to go about things. But start noticing what you and your friends talk about and joke about. Even stuff like saying, I hate this and I hate that, the subconscious mind will take it in as a fact. Isn't that wild? So think of every time you've joked about, like, being in a toxic relationship, attracting a toxic friend. All those things are partially because you're living in a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Words are powerful, and the things that you tell about yourself will manifest because that's just how it is in this life. Don't ask me why. That's just how it is. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So even if you tell your friends, okay, can we stop saying stuff like this? Like, this isn't actually healthy. This is not a healthy way of thinking. And, I'm trying to like attract someone good, and if I keep saying stuff like this, like, I'm not gonna get any closer to that reality, right? I know it's really stupid, and it seems stupid to say something like that to your friends, but the worst thing that can happen is they can say no. And even then, that's not the worst thing, because it will show you where they are at in life. And if they're very comfortable saying stuff like that, it means that subconsciously they are not ready for a relationship. Okay, so if you're in the priority of wanting to make good friends, wanting to have a good partner, naturally you are going to start to decenter yourself from these people because you don't want to associate with people who are literally thinking and affirming stuff out loud that is the opposite of what you want, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. That's like me, for example, being a self help content creator and then strictly surrounding myself with people who are complacent and people who won't take any form of advice because they believe that, what they think is above all else and they refuse to accept change. That would be like ironic of me, right? that would be like me trying to lead a horse to water and then again force it to drink. No, right? Keep that in mind. When you want to attract something good, it's going to feel like a foreign experience, especially if all you are used to are negative experiences. So, of course, it's going to feel scary. Again, to say stuff like positive in regards to relationships, finding value in the opposite sex. Like, I like men, I like women, I believe I'm capable, and I believe I'm worthy of attracting a healthy partner. And listen, okay? It's not just saying things and then expecting it to like appear in front of you or expecting like a genie to show up the next day at your door. Like, this isn't Amazon Prime. This is real life. So you affirm things as the very first step. And I always say affirm first because it's easier said than done. And this is the magic formula to get literally anything you want from life. You affirm it and then you do it. Actions speak louder than words, but words are easier to express than doing an action consistently, right? Like, the reason that we struggle, like a lot of us struggle, is because we struggle to stay consistent with our actions. So always watch your words first, okay? Fix that element first. Reframe your mind, distance yourself from people who are affirming that constantly. And of course, you can always try and communicate that with them. And if they're going to look at you funny, whatever, leave it at that. But once you've done finding your affirmations that are going to help you reach a higher state of mind with regards to being on the same frequency as attracting somebody that you want, that's when you start to act like you deserve whatever it is or whoever it is that you're trying to attract. Okay? So, again, it's not enough to say, I'm worthy of a healthy relationship, because mind you, when you first start doing stuff like this, you're trying to trick your brain into believing it because it's going to think of it as a lie. It's going to be like, no, no, no. And it's going to do everything to gaslight you into thinking that what you're saying is, because our brains sometimes have this funny way of wanting to go against us. Okay? So, with practice of affirming the same thing over and over, once you feel actually confident in what you're saying, out loud to the universe, then you implement action. How do you release animosity against, for example, the opposite sex or even the same sex, right? Like, I want to make this clear. It doesn't matter what your orientation is, who you're attracted to. Like, everyone can suffer with animosity towards anyone because hurt people hurt people. So think about who you want to attract, right? Appearance. What do they look like? I know looks aren't everything, but come on. Like, you're probably thinking about it a little bit. We're humans. This is the first thing we see on someone. What do they look like? Okay? How do they act? And also, I'm going to link this in the description of this video, but you should take a attachment style quiz and you should take a personality quiz, because with every relationship that you head into from this point forward, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic, if you don't know yourself, you're not going to know the benefit of these relationships. You're not going to know whether this person is even worth it for you or whether they even fit into your jigsaw puzzle. So that's why it's important to know yourself, especially when you're trying to attract a partner, because you don't want to, think of a certain person that seems right for you and then you find out in the end, maybe this isn't what I want. Time is precious and we don't want to waste our time nor anyone else's. Okay? So do that. Make a list, check it twice. And then you act as if these relationships, platonic or romantic, exist in your life because you know that you're worthy of them, because you know that you deserve them. You've affirmed it to yourself. You're saying these things, and now you're fulfilling the prophecy of what you just said. That is the combo to literally release animosity, okay, to let go of that because it's not helping anyone, I promise you that. And then actually being on the wavelength of attracting the people that are going to benefit your life, right? Because what is the point of keeping certain people around if all they do is drag us down, right? We don't want relationships to be a one-way street. It takes two to tango, right? At the end of the day. That is just about what I have for this topic. Let me know what you guys thought. If you have any questions, what am I doing? If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask me in the comments. Please share your experiences. It always helps me to connect with you guys, and I love chatting to you guys in the comments. So, again, I highly, highly encourage that. Any suggestions for content, please let me know. Again, I am doing my best to upload every single day, and I think that's it. So, I will see you guys tomorrow, and remember, take reign of your own life.